Hey friends, this message is coming from just my last community post here. I wanted to just say thank you to each and every person who commented below, each person who encouraged me, loved on me through their words and through their prayers. I just want to say thank you to each and every person who did that. And I also want to apologize that I took it down. I had to delete it. My intention for the post was never for it to be up long. I actually thought I had scheduled it for a 24-hour post, but it wasn't so I just deleted it. But I wanted to say thank you to each and every person who commented below. And someone highlighted Jeremiah 31. Go ahead and read that for yourself too, and may you be encouraged. And it did encourage me. But I wanted to also let you know that I prayed for each and every person that commented below. And I want the Lord to bless you in the same way that you blessed me. You know, you blessed me with your words and your prayers and your encouragement. So I want the Lord to bless you in return. So I prayed for you. And I also want to say that for those who take the time to comment and encourage me and to pray for me, I don't take that for granted. I don't take that for granted because I don't think we as people should. We need to be humble and just walk in humility and be thankful for the gifts in our life. Be thankful for the people that God sends our way. You know, we should be thankful and to not take those people for granted. So, and I understand what it's like to be taken for granted. I understand what that feels like. And I don't want to do that to another person. You know, it's interesting. I'm such a huge reflector on life, and I look at the lives of other people, not to judge them, but to learn wisdom. And it helps me grow as a person too. You know, so I've learned a lot of wisdom through the lives of other people, through my dreams, through my scriptures, through so many different messages. I've learned a lot. And it has really changed me as a person. And I'm so much more thankful than I used to be. It's amazing what God can do in a person in just a couple years. It's amazing. It's amazing what God can do during periods of isolation in that wilderness season. It's amazing what he does. You know, it's just like he strips things off of you. It's amazing. It truly is. And it's hard sometimes being a dreamer. It's hard because you see things. Okay, you see things. You know, I have prophetic gifts from the Lord here. I didn't know I was ever going to be blessed with these things. I didn't know. I certainly shouldn't be punished for them. But it's hard, you know, sometimes. And I know some people might think that maybe you should just never react to anything. You know, if you get shown something negative, it's hard. Although it's, you know, we should never react out of emotion. I get that, you know, but it's still hard. The journey has been long and, you know, it's been lonely. And sometimes we need support. We need support and prayer from other people so that we can keep going here. And I know that when I find strength, and when I'm encouraged, I like to pour back into other people because I know what it's like to feel lonely. I know what it's like to have these stupid mind attacks. I know what it's like for, you know, for how much suffering and sacrifice you have to do to stand for a promise. I understand what it's like and why I show up a lot of the times to encourage other people. Keep going, keep going. You know, I had some I had some lyrics in my own mind, that I actually came up with myself. It was making me laugh. It was making me laugh. I was thinking in my mind, like, hell no, we won't go. Hell no, we won't go. Something like that, back to Egypt. Like, we're not going back to Egypt. Hell no, we won't go. I don't know. I thought it was funny anyways. For any of you listening, why do people talk about Egypt? Why do people talk about leaving Egypt? Well, Egypt is a place of bondage. Egypt is a place, whatever that place is for you, that has held you stuck, that has kept you stuck, that has kept you from moving forward in the plans of God, in God's will for your life. That is what Egypt is. So when I say something like that, when you hear people talk, when we're not going back to Egypt, you know, what I'm really saying is, we're not going back to bondage. We're not going back to what kept us stuck, you know. In Egypt, that was a place of bondage in the Bible. You know, the Israelites, they were in that wilderness season. And, you know, Pharaoh didn't want to let them go. He didn't want to let them leave Egypt. But then they were able to cross over the Jordan River into their promised land, you know. So anyways, that's how I was saying, you know, hell no, we won't go back to Egypt, no. But I just wanted to help you all understand, whoever's new to this video, or maybe you're wondering, why the heck do I reference Egypt sometimes? It's because of that. It's just a place of bondage and the things that have kept you stuck, okay? But we don't want to feel stuck in life. We want to feel free. And we want to walk over and cross over into the promises of God for our life, because that's where we will be blessed. So I've done so much better than I used to. I remember how I used to be in the beginning of my journey here and in the middle of my journey. I remember it all, you know, and it's been messy. And I've grown a lot. I've learned a lot. And something that I know that I need to learn is, when I see something in my dreams, I need to immediately give it to the Lord. And then I need to just keep on moving on with my day. I know that's something that I need to do here. But I just want to say that every time, it's interesting, because every time there's about to be a breakthrough in my life, the enemy comes and throws something in, and he tries to bring, you know, chaos, or he likes to sabotage it. And I know this attack that I just went through, and the things that I saw in my dreams, those were attacks from the enemy. Why? Because he doesn't like God and the things of God. He doesn't like it. And I was fasting for 3 days, and the Lord showed me amazing things on my 3rd day. But then the very next day, what happens? This is my very next day. Everything was great yesterday. But then over the night, something happened over the night where the enemy tried to threaten it. And right there tells you, wow, devil, aren't you tired yet? Aren't you tired yet? Give it up. Give it a rest. You know? You've already lost. That's what you got to tell the enemy, you know, and realize that when he attacks you, you got to just tell him, shut up. I already know God's plan. Leave me alone. I'm not listening to your lies. I'm moving forward. Like, that's what you have to do. And if you ever see me show up bold on a video, you know, bold, and I might be righteously angry on a video. I just want to say that sometimes I show up that way because you get tired of the attacks. You get tired of the lies of the enemy. You get tired of the enemy lying to your loved ones, to the people that you love. And you get tired of the enemy hurting your people, hurting who you love, hurting and trying to sabotage who you love. You get tired of that. So that's why I get bold and say, no. Hell no. I don't think so. All right, sorry if you don't like my language, but that's how I get when I'm kind of like a spitfire here. I get righteously angry here. And it's perfectly acceptable to be righteously angry. But yes, I need to be mindful in how I speak. But I'm a human being just like you. And I'm not perfect. See, look at my big bag. Ooh, I think I need to take a nap. All right, you guys have a great day. Thank you. And I'll see you next time as the Lord leads. And I'm not coming back here anymore today. Taking a break here. I'm taking a much needed rest.